Councilman John Edwards, Councilman Gene Parrington. I will now turn the program over to our Master of Ceremonies, Islip Town Supervisor Phil Nolan.
Before I go to my prepared remarks, I just want to mention, I want to thank the department, Betty Lorenz, the Commissioner, Carol Charchalis, our able deputy, for putting together the program. And I also want to thank everybody for coming out here tonight to acknowledge what are really outstanding recipients of this award tonight. And I think as we go through the program, you'll see how true that remark is. These are people who have really distinguished themselves, and we're really, really thrilled to have them as the honorees this evening. And good evening. Welcome to our Hispanic Heritage Celebration. In 1989, the United States Congress declared that September 15th through October 15th would be designated as National Hispanic Heritage Month. You see, we have an overflow crowd, so they're all out there talking in the hallway, so I'll have to speak louder. In recognition of the outstanding achievements of Hispanic Americans, former President George Herbert Walker Bush issued a proclamation that stated many interesting points. In fact, St. Augustine, America's oldest city, was settled by Spanish explorers more than 25 years prior to the founding of Jamestown. Many of our nation's oldest known churches, several of which are still standing, were founded by Hispanic pioneers. Paintings, sculptures created by Hispanic artists grace many of our national museums and public parks. Their work can also be seen and heard in music, theater, and literature. In fact, tonight we'll have some excellent entertainment provided by a local organization in this arena. Their work can also be seen and heard in music and theater. Hispanic Americans occupy leadership positions in both business and in government. The inclusion of Hispanic culture into America's colorful patchwork of ethnic diversity has added to our greatness. Tonight we will recognize the many contributions that members of our own Hispanic community have made to the town of Islip. Tonight we will honor outstanding individuals for their exemplary dedication and service for the betterment of Islip and its citizens, and the 2010 Town of Islip Proclamation will be awarded to an organization that is currently working with the youth of this town. El Teatro Rodante Hispanico was founded by Alicia Perez in 1971. Ms. Perez was a counselor at the Brentwood Middle School and later at the Brentwood High School. She directed a dance group for 10 years. And upon her retirement from the school district in 1981, the organization moved out of the schools and into the Brentwood community under the direction of Lucy Echeverria. Noemi Robinson became involved as a parent at that time, and soon after became the group's next and current director. The organization was established with the purpose of providing an outlet for Hispanic students who, due to cultural barriers, felt marginalized. El Teatro was a place where members would develop their talents and thus increase self-esteem. The group began with a small number of students who would train rigorously in an after-school program, then make presentations in their school and throughout the community. As they continued to grow in popularity, a group of music students joined the group and provided the music for the presentations. These two groups began to tour Puerto Rico and were guests of the Puerto Rican Office of Tourism, where they had the privilege of performing throughout the island as they enjoyed the hospitality of its inhabitants. Both groups received technical and artistic training in Latin American dance, dances from Spain, as well as popular dances. El Teatro Rodante Hispanico has grown it with membership, now surpassing 100 students. Registration is currently available to children 7 to 12 years of age and through auditions to students 13 to 15-year-olds. Classes are held at the Brentwood Rec Center, right over there, on Saturdays. The dance group has brought smiles to the faces of the elderly with their lively dance routines during performances at senior citizen clubs and nursing homes. They have entertained audiences at festivals, parades, schools, colleges, libraries, museums, conferences, and nonprofit organizations, galas throughout Long Island and New York City. A select number of students perform annually at the New York Salsa Conference and Music Festival in New York City. All the students perform at the company's biannual dance showcase. The mission of this organization is to promote Hispanic culture through dance and to provide an outlet for Hispanic youth. in which they can exhibit their talents, take pride in their culture and heritage, while developing a sense of discipline, responsibility, commitment, and self-confidence. The group will proudly celebrate its 40th anniversary in 2011. It is my privilege to present the Town of Islip 2010 proclamation of Hispanic heritage to El Teatro Rodante Hispanico, and I would like to now invite the group's director, Ms. Noemi Robinson, who works tirelessly with all group members